the best card that I consider the best card in Angel Beats. And we're going to go at it and see what's up. I didn't put in your best card, Tinners and Cloth Takamatsu, but in the set you have a better card than Tinner of Cloth, so that's why I only mention it. The cards that I want to mention that are exclusive to the trial deck are these two cards, yeah. Model Students Canada, which I like this card, yeah. It's going to be a 7 during your turn, and it's going to reverse something most likely. It's going to be a strong enough 7 for no cost. If you're playing the deck well, it should be a 7, right? If you're playing the deck not well, which most Angel Beats players are doing, they're not playing the deck well, they have difficulty reaching the 7 on this, but this should always be a 7. As a 1 or 2, you know? Can slide in there. The TD card, yeah. Same thing for Yuri, Powerful Draw. It's your best backup at level 1, so if you want the backup at level 1, which I could consider, I am in boat with that. So this is your best backup. It's about TD exclusive, but it's your best one. As it gets better over time. The rest of the list is going to be all the cards that you can get in Angel Beats re-edit, yeah. But obviously, if they release card eventually in English and they had Angel Beats cards, most of the stuff in the whole set is going to be not very good. But this video is mostly for the guy that just want to play Angel Beat, the old school, you know, with just a re-edit card and want to know what's best stuff in here. And it's sending everyone off. This is one of your best cards, you have it in your list. It's basically what Angel Beat does best is that it keeps his character around. You have to maintain your hand size in some ways, and we will be able to do that with the card I'm going to talk about. To be able to, because this is it is resource intensive basically. Yes, you can keep your character, or you can keep everything around, because everything has Encore, because everything in Angel Beat is death rate. So everything has Encore, but it's expensive to save everything. Mostly what you want to do with this is save your investment. So when you pay stuff for expensive stuff, you'll be able to Encore them and keep them around. Cool card, but it's people have difficulty with their hand size and they can't usually maintain their hand size. But we'll find out ways to do that. But yeah, it's your best card because it's in your pocket, the best card, because this is what Angel Beat is, an Encore, global Encore deck. Cool deck to play because it has this card. Same thing, Messenger of God is also an Angel Beat staple. If you're not playing a Messenger of God Angel in your deck, you're missing out. Because it combos very nicely with the card we just talked about. The Canadian 7 off with the global Encore. This thing will have Encore. It's a 7.5 oversized for its power, because a 117k is the basic numbers. This card is oversized 7.5. Over is all power, and it will feature Encore. So because even if it get reversed, which is going to be a tall order from the opponent, because this card is going to be at worst an 8, worst 7.5, but at best an 8. So they still have to work to reach the 8k power that this thing has. And even if they reach it, you have Encore, and you can keep them around. This card will stay around until level 3. So yeah, great card. 304 is a must in Angel Beats. Can't go lower than that. Because also the fact that if they don't reverse this, if they are not able to reverse this is good for you. It's one of the ways you can save N, and you will need hand to fulfill the criteria of your cat descending ever enough. So if you're able to save stuff from the Messenger of God, it's going to be helpful. After that, now we go at level 0. Level 0 card that you do have in your list, Battle Meaning Canada. I love it. 3-5, pretty easy to do. You start with this. You can have a back row as well, so 1 or less, right? Or if you go second, you can attack with more character, more than 1, as a second turn player. But I will still attack with 2, and you can have this and something else. And the Encore can be handy, because something that you is often overlooked with the Encore is that you can send Messenger of God Angel in the waiting room, which could be relevant. Depends what you do, but because sending it to the waiting room, Angel Beat, we will see it, but Angel Beat has access to the waiting room a lot, so it's not too much of a problem if the Messenger of God reach the waiting room. So Angel Wing, no, I didn't put that. It's not in your best card. I don't like it too much. The climax combo is the student council thing is not very good because past level 1, Canada doesn't have too many good cards to salvage there, so right, it become weird. It's more like in a Canada focus or find a Canada focus deck that you would use this. And a confrontation to brainstorm, but you have better ways to brainstorm than this. This is bad. I don't put in your list, but if you want extra power, you could use Worrying Kennedy as a level 2 support. A soul option, Kennedy standing still potentially. Student council president don't like it because end size is too important in Angel Beats to play student council president candidate. While you do have good targets for this, to search for student council, especially at level 1. The fact that you don't gain insight from this, I don't like it. It does mill the deck though, so it's not super bad, but it's pretty weak as well. So I prefer having the battle meeting, right, that I already mentioned. Essentially, this can help with your end size. Always going to get reverse, and also not probably going to reverse anything on the open side, so it's a weak card. The weak card doesn't do a lot. Doesn't help with end size at all. I did put in your list Canada reason for battle, but that's me. That's basically this card is only me and I'm using that, but I like it. I like it. You do have to play your deck very end size focus, but yeah, it's a big reason that my Angel Beats deck is this card. But people are typically not able to use this because they don't focus on end size and Angel Beats, so they don't maximize their end size as much as I do. So they don't have they're not able to rest the rack row, right? So with this, you have to have 2 back rows, right? Because the one back row that we already Candy sending her enough is the back row. She rests herself, right? She has a rest ability, which I didn't mention because the first ability is overshadows the second ability. But the second ability, you use that every turn, right? We can always buff something for 1k, which is very cool. But you have always have that in your back row to help with the pressure on the power side of your opponent. And it makes your Messenger of Gun already a 9 on swings, yeah, if you have your back row, or an 8-5 if you don't have it the full ring. But yeah, so this thing rests once, and after that, the only card you have left in your back row, you can only have 2 back rows card if you don't already know. So the second card you're going to rest in the back row is going to be used for Canadian reason for battle. So you have to have very good end size to be able to do this, because it's a free mill. Free mills are great. And if you saw my my video again, I think I mentioned it, but the Phase Zero video again, free mills is your best combo over there. So same thing. Not climax combo dependent. It does make your deck run 4 copy of this, but you can't do this because you're a smart deck builder. Can't do this. I mentioned it, so yeah. Just mentioning that. If you look for Angel Beat deck list in English, you won't see them using Canadian Reason for Battle. It doesn't make the cut most of the time, yeah. Memory of Beats Autonomy is something that you will see people use, and I don't use it, but I mention it because it's very common, and it does bound to pay 1 bound, right? So when the card is played on the stage, you may pay the cost, and if you choose a Messenger of God Angel in the waiting room, and we mentioned that we don't really mind Messenger of God going to the waiting room because you can always get it back with Members of Beat Autonomy. Reason I don't like this card is the fact that you have very few target in the waiting room, and you don't mill a lot. You don't send too many cards in the waiting room from level 0. Angel Beats start milling at level 1, so that's why it's too restrictive in terms of targets for Mercenary Beast energy. I don't like it, but it's cheap though. It's cheap. Pay one bound, yeah, it's pretty cheap. I use something that is more expensive, but it's more reliable than this. This thing breaks. It's cheaper, but it's break more often. That's what I use. I don't put that in your list. I don't like the card. Most people use it, and I don't like the card. It's just a bomb. Yeah, you rather, again, your focus always in Angel Base is to maintain your hand size. This doesn't help. It's a bomb. A bomb is just a traitor. There's no way this card is going to live, right? So it's a 1/5. You shouldn't have problem reversing anything, so your stuff is 3, 5, and 4 at level 0, so how much power you need, right? So depends on the matchup, but most of the time you won't have problem, right? Your Resolve Conflict of Yuri is your second card that you're going to use as as your back row. Yeah, makes everything, all your dead strong, which is relevant for the deck, because most of the card in the Angel Beat is going to be strong in the front row, and you want to save them. You have Global Core with Canada sending everyone up, so makes everything tougher, and also even more tougher in the opponent turn as well, because every time they reverse one, another one gets 500. So most of the time the extra 500 doesn't do a lot because your opponent can work around this, but Yuri independent action, I put in your list as a level 3, and also it's a staple changer. You have a change that I have in the list at level 2 as well. We didn't see it yet, but we will see the card. It's a great climax combo as well. After the battle, it's in your list after the battle. I put in the list after the battle and Earth of the World as your best climax in Angel Beats re-edit. You can potentially change into this at level 2 if your opponent allow you to do this. But if your opponent allow you to change level 2 into this, great card. And I still use that even if I don't change into it, because you can still get stuff, and you can still, also the power helps. The 3k power on this helps. It makes a big line, again, helps you save stuff. Potentially have another turn at level 3. The only problem with this card is it's not a finisher per se. At level 3, you would like to have a finisher. This card is mostly a level 2 card, and you have an option. We'll find out. I do use that option, but it's one of my options level 3. Yuri independent action. Personally from my own deck, but Yuri Invitation to the Battlefront is something that I use in combo, in tandem, and with Battle Meeting Canada. I use both. And 3/5 again, pretty easy to do. She can fail on the climax and the event that you're going to run, because the event is that good. Usually most set they usually have one event that you can slot in that's pretty good. And Angel Big is no different. Works great with your Resolve Conflict in the back row that you already have at level 0. Makes this a 4k, just like Battle Meeting. Can potentially, if you miss, you can potentially accelerate yourself at level 1. Because you take 1 damage, right? So if you take 1 damage, you might help your chance to reach level 1, which you want to do, because most of your stuff that is Angel Beast is level 1. Play is Yuri Fearless Gaze. Is Brainstorm. It's not your best Brainstorm, but it's your more reliable one. And you have to be always remember with Angel Beast that you have Global Core. If you're playing the deck correctly, you will have Global Core. So you can keep this Brainstorm that should be in the front row. You can keep this around. This thing is good because you can get what you're missing, right? And you can also use it multiple times if you need. It's expensive though, but just be. I wouldn't use it too hard myself. I use it at 1 or 2 copy, but and if you need it, you will be able to find it. That's one thing that Angel B does great. You have a lot of tech you can add to your deck because you can get your techs pretty often, right? So you can get what you need in situations, so you can bring a tech like this. Iris Kelshina is probably your best level 2 card. Can save you as soon as you reach level 2, you can play this. At level 3, you can play this again. And while it does seem expensive, it's pay 3, right? Pay 3, you're going to be able to play just 1 per game, but or maybe 2, depends. But can save you from the refresh damage. So healing, playing a card to heal is already 2 costs, right? So, and this thing can not only that, right? Because this thing, how many climax you already went through in your waiting room, right? So if you have no climax in your waiting room, highly skilled Cena is going to be marvelous, marvelous. She can put back all your climax in your deck back. This is like, yes, Godfather Yuri. I like Godfather Yuri, because the card is actually you don't want to play more than one, right? But if you do have one, and like I said, one of your feature of the deck is the fact that you are able to search your deck. You have multiple deck you want to bring along. Iron Skill Sheena is one of those. You have Yuri, your Brainstorm Yuri at level 1. You have this card. You have your level 3s. You can have multiple level 3s depending on situation as well. And one thing that I do like to bring at level 2 is this, to be able to reverse their level 3 with this, which is my strongest card in the deck without a climax combo. And the reason that I don't mind using this, because we have Global Core. So we can always use this every turn. And even at level 3, because at level 3, this thing is going to be your strongest card on the swing at 10-5. Most people, again, if you look at the list, they're not going to use this, but it's a staple for me. Must use it. What most people use at level 2 is Separate Ways Yuri, and we already mentioned the Yuri's independent action at level 3. So that's why you can play Yuri independent action at level 2 because Separate Ways. This is a staple. Most people use this. I don't like it personally because people are able to play around changers at level 2, but usually a staple at level 2 and the go-to move. You can change into level 3s, and if you are able to get away with it, it's great because you have a level 3 with Global Core, and you remember the Climax combo is pretty good, except you have a level 3, so you can get your finisher as well. So obviously, if you can change into your level 3 at level 2, this is the best play, but than the Godfather. After that, we go to Noda and Oyama, which is a level 0 card. We go back to level 0 now. And this card is my preferred card for setup. Over the other alternative, we had 2 other alternatives for end size that we already mentioned. We have Memory of the Beast Otanashi that they bounce to the 1/1 Kennedy. And the other option is the TD card I mentioned at the very beginning. It's very similar to this, yeah. The difference is this thing is weaker, 1/5. But remember, you have Resolve Conflict, right? So Resolve Conflict in the back row makes this thing actually 2k, and it goes to the memory. Why this is relevant to go to the memory? Because it's one less card that you see in your deck, so you have better tinning by using this. And it sets you up nicely because you choose any dead character. Any dead character list? Yes, any dead character. So that basically, that's one of the reasons that you can find what you want. Fixing your hand. Basically, in Angel Beats is that you will have a lot of cards that you draw naturally. The thing you're missing is going to be Noda and Oyama that's going to help you fix your hand and find the stuff that you're missing in your hand. The deck that you need or the stuff that you need. Because there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of deck you can have, as we already mentioned. A 1 or 2 copy. And Oda and Oyama is one of the ways that you're going to get this into your hand. If you don't naturally draw into it already. Also a great card to crash as well. If you something that's you can't reverse, just play this. Crash into it, solve what you need, and move on with life. And another card that I didn't mention yet and is in your list. Is it the best card in the set? It's very fitting that it is an Angel Beast though. Operation Tornado, yeah. Right, definitely great card for the set. It's still Nevin base, right? So it's still Nevin that you can salvage, but this thing I run a 4 copy myself. It's a great card. 3 mil, gets what you want, and sets you up nicely. So whatever you need, right? So again, it's just like Oda and Oyama. Whatever you already have in your hand, what am I missing? Right? Either on my board, or because you have a lot of setup to do with Angel Beast, because you want to have your Global Core in the back row, you want to have a Resolve Conflict in the back row, you want to have your 1/1 Messenger of God in the front row, you want to have your tech, and you have multiple tech, you have Model Student, you have Yuri Brains, you have your Changer at level 2, or your whatever other stuff you're playing at level 2. Your highly skilled Xena, and the level 3s also, you have many options level 3, depending. right? So whatever you need, Operation Tornado will help and to fix your hand. Yeah, for free. It's just that the only downside to this is you have to draw into it, and also the other downside to this that you have to have two color at level 1, yellow and red, because you want to level mostly level 1 yellow, then your second color at level 1 is going to be red. Battle, we already mentioned hard, level 3 climax, that's level 3 at this point. At this point we have difficulty pronouncing the name, but Yuri level 3, that combo with this, great triggers as well, get a card into your hand. Again, if you trigger this, I look at my hand, what am I missing, right? Need a high skill Sheena? Boom, right? Trigger this. You're about to refresh. Salvage, trigger, salvage, get a highly skilled Sheena. They attack your other character, protect him with highly skilled Sheena. Refresh your deck. This all goes back to waiting room. Boom. Good stuff, yeah. And the salvage trigger, it works especially great if you play backup. And I do run backup at level 1 and level 2 myself in my deck, my Angel Beats deck, but I do mention Little Braver Yui in your best card list, but just for the fact that it's your non-climax combo finisher. It's mostly for the music deck, but it could potentially slot it in the non-music deck, but because it still deal 1 damage, so Yuri Nakamura, she's another type of finisher. She has climax combo and she deal 1. Unlike the Little Braver, she's stronger if you play it in combination with her climax combo. And she's going to be stronger also in the opponent turn. Remember, yes, I have global core, Liz. Yes, you do. You have global core. So even if they reverse this, you can keep this around, and you can potentially use a climax combo under the turn as well. Usually, you play this at level 3 and you change into your Yuri independent action. And lastly, the last card in your list is Earth of the World. It's also another salvage trigger. So this is my best, for me, best card, best climax is to run the 8 gates, basically. The 8 gate trigger, and they're great. Because as all the card that we saw, you can salvage whatever you need on demand, and works great with the highly skilled Sheena, as we already mentioned. Yeah, and that's basically that. Angel Beat best card. Yeah.